Right, finally got the wiring done to wire in my Koso Speedo, and I haven't been out on the road to test it yet. I've just got it finished, having stripped out that front light about 5-6 times now to redo wiring and check this, check that. But I'm pretty confident that it's all good. On here is the wiring that I've done. Obviously these are the wires from the Koso Speedo unit. This is the wires from the bike, and this is their function. The earth wire is the earth for the temperature gauge, but on the Koso Speedo you don't get a temperature gauge, so those wires are obsolete anyway. The Speedo, the 3 wires that come off the Koso, I did wire directly into the bike, but for some reason all it did was mess the Speedo around, so I gave up on that idea. So I've actually gone with, oh, you can't see it, but the Speedo unit is down there, the sensor, and I've put in 5 magnets, which is the amount of Allen bolts I've got holding the disc on, so that was the maximum I could have in there. So there's 5 magnets in there. And then the settings, I've obviously set it to miles per hour because I'm in the UK. Tyre circumference, don't know how accurate that is. Again, I'll find out when I'll put it up against the GPS unit or something like that to find out whether the speed and distance are accurate. Settings, I've put it on 4-stroke, 5 magnets in the front wheel, 1 piston. A lot of people were saying you divide the stroke by the pistons. So if you've got a 4-stroke with 2 pistons, you'd put in that there's 2 pistons. Obviously I've got a 4-stroke with 4 pistons. Divided together it is 1, so I put in 1 piston. I've spun the front wheel and I'll get a reading which seems accurate. It will do for now. We'll try and authenticate. That'll do. Authenticate its accuracy when I go out on the road, which won't be tonight because it's dark and wet and windy and horrible. For the tacho, for the rev counter, I've put in high. I've used the yellow wire. Where are we at? Yellow wire, there you go. Brown from the Koso, yellow from the bike. For the rev counter. Initially I couldn't get it going, and then I realised I had it on the low setting, which indicates a negative impulse from the bike. I needed it on the high setting for the positive impulse, and now, as I'll show you in a minute, because I can't run the bike too long because obviously I'll choke because I'm only in a little shed. Yeah, so I'll put it on high setting, seems to work. Fuel gauge doesn't matter, I've left it at 100, but it doesn't matter because there's no fuel gauge on it, so it doesn't matter what the reading is. And you can actually set the mileage reading, so I've taken it from my last MOT, which was 27,200, so that's all looking like they are the correct wires and the correct settings for this bike, which is a 2001 GSXR 600 Srad, the carburetor version, the last of the carburetor versions, I believe. So yeah, there you go. Ignition's still down here, still got to do something with that, but it's novel. There you go, started up, got to reset the mileage. I've put it in a bit low. I've just checked my MOT, so it wants to be a bit higher than that. Neutral light, don't be surprised if when you side stand down the neutral light isn't on. A lot of people have said this about it, don't know why, but obviously when you come to a stop, you put, well, I put it into neutral, then I put my side stand down because obviously it cuts out if you haven't got it in neutral and you put your side stand down. So I always put, so that's not an issue with me. There you go, yeah, every time you put the side stand down it disappears. So there you go. Got the new projector lights on the front there, very handsome, thank you very much. There's a high beam light, oil warning light, neutral light as we've already said, indicators both sides, so all working as should. So I hope that helps some people out. I'll probably give an update when I eventually get out on the bike, which, what's today, Monday before Christmas, unless there's a really good day that I take the bike into work, it'll be over the Christmas weekend. So subscribe, do whatever, if you need that update, if you want that update, and I'll keep you informed. But there you go, one Koso DB /01R dash fitted to a GSXR 600 Srad carburettor version. I thank you and goodbye. When I say goodbye, I mean I'll reach for the remote and then I'll say goodbye. Happy Christmas as well if I don't get another one in. Happy Christmas, everybody. It's that one. Bye bye.